Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today it's going to be a game between July Zerg and iloveoov here on Gaia. This is from the WCG 2006 World Finals. These two players are very, very amazing. Top right-hand corner, we have the red Zerg player, July. Also known as July Zerg. He is killer. This is right during his winning streak, too. He's just everywhere as a Zerg player. He's strong, he's fast, he's smart. He knows what to do. He knows how to harass. He knows how to win. And in the bottom left, it is iloveoov, a player you don't really hear a lot about, at least not as much as somebody like Flash or even somebody like Bisu necessarily. But this guy, he has been around for a long time. He was part of SK1 Telecom. He actually coached them after he retired. And his win ratio as of 2008 January was 60% versus Terran, 69% versus Zerg, and 63% versus Protoss. He had 60% win percentages in all matchups during his career. And this paragraph from Team Liquid really kind of cements it for me. It says, iloveoov was easily the most influential player in StarCraft strategy, and through his strategies has significantly affected the balance between races, setting the standard many times for modern Terran play in 2003, 2006, and 2008 and 9 as a coach. He invented a number of new builds for his people, Fantasy. The Fantasy build revolutionized the Terran versus Zerg matchup and brought forth Mech TVZ in a half year of Terran domination over Zerg. The iloveoov build is a TVP build crafted by iloveoov to combat Protoss builds that counter the double armory build. And then the iloveoov fake mech was conceived in response to the Zerg adaptation against the Fantasy builds and allows the Terran to choose from a traditional bios TVZ or a mech TVZ. So basically, this dude is a strategic master, and he wins. And he wins with it too. That's the best part. That is the best part of iloveoov. That was just, I read that and I was just struck. It really amazed me about just what he's been able to do against all three races, and a 69% win percentage against Zerg. Ridiculous stuff from him. Now, this is Gaia. It's a map I'm actually not all that familiar with here. It looks like we have some pretty big bridges moving across. We have this weird wraparound where walling off this front is possible on the bottom of the ramp. Then you expand here and you have to deal with that huge wide ramp coming into your main base. It kind of looks like Destination that way, but nobody's going to be aggressive here. Spawning pool for our friend July is nowhere near done yet. He is expanding. Again, weird patterns here. It's 2006. It's kind of, I mean, it's a while ago. It's 12 years ago in the StarCraft community that this was happening. So it's a bit of a push here from Marines and drones coming down. It's a mainer transfer. Another hatch coming up here. Is that a quick? That is a quick macro hatch in this location of all places. What a strange game this is already. So the mainer transfers here. The drones are incredibly exposed. Which, there's the bunker. There's the bunker rush here. Here come the drones. They're trying to stop this from happening, and there are Marines present. They are killing all the drones. This is going to work. This bunker is going to go down. This natural base is going to die. What incredible push there. The Lings just running past the bunker, recognizing, okay, we can, using the SCV to block the Lings from running away from the bunker so they can't escape fast enough, and several more of them end up killed. That's incredible. Oh, loses a Ling trying to get this guy. Oh, absolutely horrendous. We are going to put that up a tiny bit. There we go. That's better. Creep colony trying to come in, but there's no saving this hatchery, I don't believe. We've got a wall at the front here. Any Ling pressure is going to be shut down. These things are waiting for their moment to possibly come up here and shut this thing down. The Sunken is up. One Ling pops out of an egg and dies there. Additional Lings are present. There's a drone there too. Is there? Yeah, I mean, this is going down faster and faster all the time. Well, not faster and faster, but he's trying. There's the Sunken. Here come the Lings. The SCV trying to repair, but no! It's picked off by the Zerglings. The Marines go down, and July does manage to get out of that situation there thanks to the Sunken. The Sunken outranges the bunker very, very nicely. And then the Lings sacrificing themselves to save that hatchery. He knew he was in a hundred leagues of trouble if that hatchery went down, and he did manage to save it there, did sacrifice some stuff to make it happen, but that's totally worth it. Now we have the counterattack of Zerglings coming on down. Going to check out this natural base. Is there a bunker here is the question. No, absolutely no bunker here at all. No speed for the Lings though, which is good for iloveoov. We're going to call him Oov from now on. They kill themselves by accident. I think those Zerglings killed their own Killed their own guy there. What the what? Sorry, guys. That was... The replay bar was up that whole time, and I'm so blind I didn't even see it. I don't know how that happened. All right. It's off. It's off now. We will lose all sense of time. You'll never know when this ends. Ahem. Lings, I feel like they could do some work. I mean, oh, sure. There are 7 Marines down here. They don't have any upgrades to speak of. There is your Maynard transfer into the natural base. We're 2 base to 2 base. There's a macro hatch up here, which, again, interesting. Kind of like it. Zergling's dancing about, trying to see if there are some SCVs they can pick off in their slowed state. And the answer is no. No SCVs will die in the early stages of this harass from July. Yes, that rhymed. It was entirely accidental. Not really big into the wordplay and the punnery, though I understand a lot of people are. A lot of people are. In many different places, all across the internet mostly, is what I've noticed. People aren't too huge on the puns in person, but you put them behind a keyboard and they're like, puns are the greatest. I don't understand it. Anyway, Speed's finally on the way from July. He is going for the lair here at about 5.5 minutes. We'll call it 6 minutes on that lair timing and his macro hatch of all places. Of all places. And hey, if you want to watch me play the remastered campaign for StarCraft 1 and Brood War, hit me up at twitch.tv/FalconPaladin. I've been doing that. I got through the Terran original campaign over the weekend, somewhat the way through the Zerg campaign too. It's been a lot of fun to see this in the remastered client. Okay, Firebat Marine, Lings, get out of there. You are Zerglings, you are slow, you will die to Firebats. It's time to go. Man. Accidental rhymings, it's because I'm a dad. It's because I'm a dad. The dad jokes. The dad genes come out no matter how hard you try to suppress them. All right, surround attempt here, but there's a medic now. Look at this placement. Okay, there's the surround from iloveoov. The Firebat goes down. The Marines are getting picked off here too, but so many Zerglings are dying. All right, so July won that thing, but he lost a ton of stuff, and here comes the counterattack with 4 Zerglings. Ooh, more coming on in. They finally have speed. About time. But another group of Firebats and Marines are present, and that is not something you like to see. It's multiple Firebats. Yeah. I really feel like Firebats, when they kill the Zerglings, it shouldn't be blood. It should just be flaming husks. But nope. They just explode. Just like if you shoot them with bullets for some reason. Terran factory just about done here. Meanwhile, Lair is complete. And any sign of a higher tech? No, nothing from July yet. He's going for that Ling pressure here in the early stages. Finally making a bunker. I feel like this would have been good to have a while ago, but whatevs. Whatevs. Better late than never. And by better late, I mean... you got it. Oh, I can't believe July's going for that. Wow. Dude, mass Firebat, serious business against your Zerglings. They can't outrange, though. Right? If the Lings come in here and attack this mineral line, the Firebat can't do anything about that. Healing them up. Are these medics doing their jobs? They've got shields up, and the Lings going for a bit of a wraparound or a run-by or something. Can they get through here? They get the run-by. Run! We're getting shot at back here. The answer for the Terran is to what exactly? Something. Something. Again, the Lings choosing to engage against these Firebats, and just, it's not good. It is not good for them at all. Zerglings trying to take down the Academy by themselves, but that's not going to happen. And did they actually make it out of there alive? They made it out of there alive. That's insane. That should not have happened. Definitely not here. Starport on the way for iloveoov, and not really expanding behind this. Another, oh, that's a Spire. Spire on the way for July. Okay, so we're 2-base mutating this thing. Are the missile turrets present? The answer is no. Absolutely not. First mutas in production here. No missile turrets at all. Is there an engineering bay? Yes, there is an engineering bay. They are working on upgrades. And missile turrets now starting to get constructed here. Is that one? Yeah, that's one inside the main base and one inside the natural base. Excellent. Excellent response here from July. Another missile turret on the way here. Preparation's gone pretty well. Marine attack range just finished. That helps too, especially if you have bunkers full of Marines. However, these guys are here. All 5 Mutalisks. They're not going to win the game, but they're definitely going to try to harass Oov into making some mistakes here and keeping them at home. Missile turrets! Ow, ow, ow. You can go back in. I mean, problem is there's 3 missile turrets in the main base, and 2 just kind of sitting over here. And then one inside the natural base too. So Oov doing pretty well. He's responded to this. He recognized the 2 base Muta play. Did he scout this? He must have scanned it. Why is this not working? This was working. This is an older replay though. I wonder if that's why. Left click on player name. Nope, not happening at all. Mutalisk still trying to do stuff, trying to get Marines popping out of those barracks. That is a bad day for that Marine. Just finished Marine training and immediately dies to a Mutalisk overhead. Pretty good stacking here from July. And production tab for Oov is looking pretty good. He's working on infantry armor, getting tanks, science vessels, additional supply depots. July is making about 4 Mutalisks at a time. Oh, picking off the medics. That's a pretty good target to hit, in all honesty, but losing mutas in the process, not something you want to do. Irradiate immediately being researched here by Oov. All right, we have a good group of mutas here now. This is going to be 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 Mutalisks coming right on in here. They don't have upgrades. How much does it really matter? I don't know. Ow, ow, ow. Picking off Marines. Ooh, that science vessel is a pretty good target if you can get it. Did you get irradiated? No, because irradiate's not done yet. The science vessel dies, but the mutas fly through and lose several of their number to flying through those Marines. Not something you want to be doing. For sure. All right, so basically turtling on these 2 bases has been Oov for a while. He's in position to take a 3rd base up north here. I'm not sure the Muta harass has been effective enough to really work here for July. Just making Mutas. He's just making Lings. Does he even have a Hydralisk den? No, there's no lurkers for him for quite some time. There's more Mutas. The Mutas came back, man. Mutas came back. That's another group of Mutalisk. How many does he have? Well, he's trying to win against Terran with mass Muta, which I guess killing a couple barracks is a good thing to do here. 3 more Mutas into production. Ooh, there's the irradiate. Pull the 1. Pull the 1! July, what is happening? He's trying to find it. There it is. He leaves it behind to die. But man, that was a little bit late. A little bit late there from July. These guys are down to 30, 40 hit points each. They're squishy already, but when they only have 40 hit points, they are exceptionally so. Marines, medics, the exact answer you want here. If you're going against a mass Muta player, as July is trying to do here, he really should expand. Finally getting a Hydralisk den, which is nice. I'm really shocked he hasn't expanded yet. Like, really shocked he hasn't taken a 3rd somewhere. Especially since Oov already started his 3rd base up here to the north. All right, Mutas are back. Different group this time. Oh, SCV train. Why? Ugh, SCV train. Everyone's out. Okay, well, yeah. Irradiate. Good job pulling the irradiated SC or Mutalisk out there first. Ooh. Yeah, that's some pretty good SCV harassment there. That actually will help quite a bit, but I still would love July to take a 3rd base. I would love it with all of my heart. Mutas flying around, being a nuisance. Trying to get a science vessel, trading Mutas for that, which I don't know how I feel about that. This group is moving around down to the south here. They've recovered a lot of their HP. Now we're combining into one super group of 12. So this is going to be 12 Mutalisks now with some Zergling support. No upgrades on anybody to this point. All right, right. Absolutely not. Upgrades are for wimps. Making some Scourge here is July. Zerglings. No. Tanks galore. Not even in siege mode. That would have been worse if they were in siege mode. This is a lot of tank. Like a lot of tank here. 9 tanks on the ground. They don't have upgrades, but +1/+1 is done for the Marines and for the Fire Bats. And here we go. Scourge in the sky. Getting Lurker Aspect, upgrading that here back home at the Hydralisk Den. It's just about complete there, as you can see on the production tab up top. But here comes Oov. Oov is, he's feeling all right. He's feeling okay about himself right now. He's up 126 to 70 supply. It's a lot of Ling, finally getting some lurker eggs here. Finally morphing in about 5 lurkers to deal with this, but I just feel like maybe it's too long. Also, July's insistence on not expanding is just completely flabbergasting to me. He has no interest in taking a third base. He could have had this a while ago. I mean, Oov hasn't moved out at any stage of the game. However, July has just really invested heavily into these Mutalisks. Let's zoom out for this final battle. I think we're going to need it. Here we go. Marching on in here with Zerglings, with Lurkers. Is it going to be enough to crush through here? Not really splitting it all. Lurkers trying to do some work, but we do have detection available with the scans and with the science vessels, who honestly didn't even really have to be part of that fight at all. Mutalisks trying to take down the final Marines here and actually doing a pretty good job of it. However, it's 125 to 38 supply. That group of Marines is too scary for the Mutalisks, and they finally get removed from the map there. And that's going to be it. July has left the game, and iloveoov is your victor in 15 minutes and 56 seconds. Really solid game. Solid game out of Oov. Went Marine, Medic, Tank, Science Vessel, made good use of those, and July just thought he could win with the Muta Harass with some Ling stuff too, but defended exceptionally well, did Oov. Took a third base of his own and then pushed across and made it happen. Great job. Great job from a long time ago here today, 2006. All right, let's check out that final score, which we like to do. And yeah, units produced. Actually, Oov caught up there, which is not what you want to see if you're a Zerg player, if you're a Terran player, making as many units as you did. 164 to 83 killed, doubled up units killed, and halved units lost there. Obviously, structures don't really tell us the tale in ZBZ. Gas mine, minerals mine, and total spent all up with Oov here. Oov is a seriously great StarCraft player. I need to cast more of him. He did win at least 2 OSLs, which is pretty fantastic. Well done by him. Okay, that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another StarCraft Brood War Remastered replay. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.